Hello, ladies. Welcome to the Successful Woman Podcast, where we're living what? Bold and whole from the inside out. So good to see you all. I know it's been a little minute, but listen, Lady T has been, as Medea would say, construction. I have been construction. I've been productive. I've been making some decisions, some grown people decisions. Listen, I've been doing some things, and moving some things, but just know that I have not forgotten about you. I could not go another week without tuning in. So that's why I'm here. And so I am so glad that you are tuning in. And those of you, again, who have subscribed, who have tuned in, who have shared, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I thank you. I love you. And I'm so glad that you are here to take this journey and to go on into this move with me. It's a major move. I'm telling you, it's a major move. So if you are joining me, you're joining in at the right time. So again, so glad to have you. Of course, I will not go on without saying bravo, ladies. Listen, you still winning. I don't care how you feel. I don't care if the week wasn't all that great or if it was great. Listen, you are a woman of worth. You are a woman of worth who is winning. And I just want you to know that. And I am thankful for your life. You are amazing. And I just want to say bravo to you. So now listen, I have something amazing to share with your hearts today. So I hope you're ready. Get your notepads, get whatever you need. I won't be before you long. And I know I always say that, and then it'd be 30 minutes. I'm like, what happened? But, I just go with the flow because I want us to get it. I want you to get the information. I want you to receive what I'm sharing with you because it's all a part of the journey. It's all a part of the journey. It's all a part of the move and the successful woman move that we're on. You see what I'm saying? Because we're resetting the standard. And we're also changing the narrative. So we have to get the parts to making sure we're evolving into the successful and the exceptional women that we are. I got my exceptional woman shirt on. Tell me what you think about the t-shirt. I would love to hear from you. Shout out to Pretty in Purpose Designs by my girl, Sister Kim. She's amazing. She's my sister in Christ. And so shout out to her for my shirt today. If you like them and if you think this is a good one, just put it in the comments for me because I would love to hear back from you on that. So let's get right into what I have planned for us today. Today, I want to talk about walking in wholeness. Okay. If you've tuned in before, the one before this one is talking about walking in boldness and just really sharing what boldness really means. Okay. From a true successful woman standpoint. So today we're going to talk about walking in wholeness. And listen, ladies, wholeness is it's going to take more than this one segment. Okay, so you might hear me come back with this one again. I'm not sure, but I just know it's not like one and done. This is a process. And the reason why I can speak to you today on this, the reason why I can share this with you is because I've been authorized. How have I been authorized? Because I've walked through it. I've walked through it. And I can come to you in a bold way to say, I am a woman of worth who is whole. Now, the other side of that is you have to maintain that wholeness. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but it does take effort to maintain walking in that wholeness, walking in that posture of boldness and wholeness. You see what I'm saying? And so today, I'm coming from a place, excuse me while I cue my music. Y'all know I got to have my background music going because that gives me my flow. It keeps me in my flow. So you're looking at someone who's been through relationships, who's been through certain jobs. And let me just start with relationships because I know as women, that's a lot of what, we can relate to, right? So there was a time Like even, back, I want to say back in 2007 or so, 2004, 2007, somewhere in there, I had a long-term relationship. It was about 4 years. And within that relationship, it was good. He was a nice guy, very genuine. You know what I mean? He had so much potential. He was a musician. I was a praise and worship leader, and I'm like, yeah, I mean, this gonna work because, we both love music. So we have some things in common, and all those type of things. But here's the deal, ladies. Because I still had homework to do. And when I say homework, I'm talking about work in my heart. Because have you ever heard, home is where the heart is? Yeah, home is where the heart is. And so if home is cluttered, if home is broken, if home is confused, if home, got a lot of debris and trash and dirt, you know what I mean? From certain situations, relationships, things. If that's all waddled up in there, guess what? Home is a mess. And home needs work. So that's why I call it homework. I had not at that time, and I was in church every Sunday. You know what I mean? I was getting the word. And yes, it was healing me, day by day as I would take in the word and as I would take in and not just be a hearer of what, at the time at the pastor that I was under. I wasn't just hearing the word, but I was actually making the effort, but I don't want to get off track. But what I'm saying is I had homework to do. And I hadn't done that yet. So within that relationship, listen to this, ladies, although I saw the signs that he had potential for the now, but he didn't have the capacity to handle me in the then. And so because of that, I wanted to make it be, what I saw it could be. If that makes sense. And see, this is where, as women, this is why we have to understand our worth. That's in my book. I encourage you to get the book. This is why knowing your worth is worth you knowing, because you begin to understand and become more bold, and you don't make excuses about who you are. You see what I'm saying? And what you deserve and what you're supposed to have and how you're supposed to be treated. And so he was a good guy, but he didn't do some of the things that I knew were a part of my heart. Like for me, I love a gentleman. Open the door for me, close the door. To me, that's a sign of honor. You see what I'm saying? But here it is again. We're not husband and wife. We're just dating. We're just boyfriend, girlfriend at the time. But because I didn't know, but I did know that I expected that at least. You know what I mean? I expected to be respected. I expected to be, loved and appreciated. Because I was one that would just give. I wanted you to be okay. Are you happy? If you happy, I'm happy. But then I find myself in the deficit because I'm giving, and you giving me what you can when you can. It's not fair. But see, I didn't understand that. So this is just an example, right? This is just one example as to how I made excuses and how I looked past what I saw and I didn't heed to the signs. So I just let the time go by based on potential. And so, ladies, my advice to you, I'm not saying don't, that you can't date potential. But what I am saying, and this is in my book as well, I'm giving away all, the little snippets in my book, that if you believe in someone else more than they believe in themselves, that it's off balance. So it's never really going to meet if you don't meet, right there in the middle and have a conversation. So all of that to say, I went through those relationships not doing my homework, not dealing with certain things that broke my heart, certain relationships that disappointed me because, I felt like I was such a giving and a person that just wants you to be well. But yet I wasn't getting the reciprocation of that. So let's just say I had a lot of hurt. I had like a couple of long-term relationships with guys, and like I said, everyone taught me something different about myself. So it wasn't in vain. And that's what I love about God. He'll turn it around, won't he? Come on, it's Sunday. Might as well have a church moment. He'll turn it around for your good. And he's turned it around so that why now I can share with you the importance of being whole. Being whole is a part of success. And that's why we're here, right? That's why we're taking this journey. That's why I'm expecting you all to come in and take this information and put in the effort. Do your homework. Listen. Lady T is up and running. I need you all to do your homework. So, which leads me to my next point. Because all of that to say, ladies, I had a lot of homework to do. I found myself going through life self-sabotaging, which means I would start trying to, break free. But then I would talk myself like, I don't know if I deserve, it was just constant clashing with this me that was trying to be free with this fear, with this thing that just didn't want to let me go. It didn't want me to understand who I really was. It didn't really want me to understand that I have the capabilities and the qualifications and you know what I mean, to be a successful, awesome, and amazing woman. But I sit here before you today, have done the work. And as a result, is number one, this podcast. And there's so much more that God has downloaded to my heart that I'm excited about and that I'm already working on and that I can't wait to share with you soon. So it works. But you have to be brave. You have to have courage enough to take the steps, to do your homework, to dig in and get rid of it. And get rid of it. Now I'm going to pause for the calls for about 10 seconds. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Whatever steps you need to take, whatever moves, you know what I'm saying? And use wisdom. I'm not saying just go out there and just, use wisdom. A successful woman uses wisdom before she makes any type of move. Because some things I couldn't just, even though if it was towards a person, I just couldn't go to that person and be like, no. Why? Because they may not have been in a position to receive what I'm saying. So what did I do? I prayed about it. I'm a woman of prayer. I don't apologize for it. I'm a woman of prayer. So I prayed about it. And God began to give me wisdom on how to, attack that, how to remove that, how to say this. Don't say that. That person might not be able to receive that. So I tell you what, just write a letter, to them. Don't ever give it to them, but just write a letter. Get it out. Get it out your home. Evict it so that you can move on and burn it, throw it away. Throw it away. Put it in the big garbage. The one you roll out on the street, put it in the big garbage because that you won't ever see again. Are you all hearing me? Oh, I'm here with a purpose today and I know it. So let me move on because I see I'm already in close to 15 minutes and I said I wasn't going to be long. But that's why I know this is going to be a process. It's probably going to be a part 2. And then as we go along, a part of this is what he's given me is called emotional rehab. We're going to go through an emotional rehab. So that's on down the line. So stay tuned because there's like the infomercial. Wait, there's more. There's more. So I hope you are ready for the ride. And listen to me, successful women. Listen to me, exceptional women. We got this. We ready to move. We are women on a mission. But we got to do the homework first. Because we're living bold and whole. How? From the inside out. So let me get to my next point so that I can wrap this on up. Because I got to get ready for church. Amen. And so when I was preparing for this, what came to me, and I'm going to read it exactly how I wrote it because I want to give it to you that way. You can't confront anything confused. You can't confront anything. You can't really do your homework wondering who and whose you are. I mean, you can, but this is where you got to have a little ammo. You see what I'm saying? I want you to have that ammo. Hey, I understand who I am now. So when you understand who you are, when you understand your worth and your value, when you get that in you, that homework, boy, you'll start, you know what I mean? Chunking stuff. Why? Because you know better now. You have a new revelation now. I am a woman of worth. I am fearfully and wonderfully made. I am accepted into the beloved. So now when you do your homework, you're doing your homework from a better understanding of who and whose you are and what you deserve. So what I'm saying is, let's do the homework, but let's also come into that place of understanding that you're worth this. You're worth cleaning it out. You're worth getting that debris out of there. You're worth taking that divorce that broke you and dealing with the fact that, yes, this happened. No, that didn't happen. You know what I mean? But you know what? I am fearfully and wonderfully made. And I deserve to be happy. I deserve to enjoy life and not just live it. And it looks the same every day. You see them? You see how I got that ammo? So now I'm ready to chunk it in the big garbage. Because now I'm ready to move forward. Unhindered. And listen, ladies, I'm not saying this is gonna be overnight for some of us. For some of us, you've been ready. You just needed the voice to activate. You just needed someone to, just give you that push. I'm your girl, Lady T, and I'm here on purpose to push you and to encourage you to allow yourself to be free to enjoy this life. So what I'm saying is, we want to confront it. That's why I went over boldness first. Because I'm telling you, that freedom, I'm telling you from experience, that trying to get my freedom and being whole again, it was a fight for me in some areas. I'm just being honest. I had to tug of war with a lot of things that were just trying to it wanted to hold me bound. It wanted to, I don't want you to know your worth. Because then you'll start moving into, to the things that impact people. You'll start moving into purpose. You'll start moving into those things that matter. So what I'm saying is, take a moment. If you haven't gotten my book, I'm not trying to push that on you. Because this is not a selling point for me. This is an impact moment from Lady T. Because she wants you to be and live bold and whole from the inside out. We changing the narrative. And she wants you to see how great and the greatness that is packaged on the inside of you. So you can begin to be the change that not only you want to see that, but what we need to see. And you're the only person that can do it. I don't care how many t-shirt businesses there are. I don't care how many stylists there are. It doesn't matter. You're authentic. So what you have, can't nobody duplicate it, period. So in the midst of doing your homework, and I'm going to give you some time to do this. I'm trusting you to be bold, ladies, to be brave, ladies. Come on, be brave. Come on, flex, be brave. That's in my spirit. Be brave. Hey, glory. Be brave. You can do it. And even if you got to keep pushing this little button for me to keep saying that, be brave. Because for some of you, it goes deep. It goes from childhood. It goes from 20 years ago. Some of you, it goes from yesterday. From last week. On your job. Come on. So if you got to keep pushing the button, be brave. You got this. Be brave. You got this. Because it's your moment to be free to be everything that you have been created to be. And listen, ladies, you are an exceptional woman. You are exceptional women. And I'm excited right now. So let's get ready to do the homework. And a part of the homework, ladies, and this is something, shout out to my spiritual parents. I love my spiritual parents, the apostles, Dexter and Demosha. I love my spiritual parents because they delivered a word a few weeks ago that I believe liberated me even the more. Because like I said, it's an everyday thing. But one of the revelations of what he said was forgiveness is an everyday fruit. And for those of us who are spiritual, you know what I mean by fruit. It's an everyday fruit. In other words, it's an everyday effort. It's an everyday thing that will continue to help us to maintain our freedom, our free to be. And so when he said that, I was like, wow, you know what I mean? Because sometimes we think forgiveness, it's just about just when you decide you want to forgive, you know what I mean? But forgiveness is an everyday fruit. Somebody at work, rub you the wrong way. Okay, just have your moment. It upset you. But then forgive them. You know what? I forgive them, God. Because they don't understand all of who I am, or even if it was an error that you made and that they just, told you about it in a way that wasn't, nice or whatever. Hey, I forgive them, God, for saying it the way or, conveying it in a way that was kind of harsh. But I take it and I move on. I'll fix it and move on. That's what we have to come to, ladies. It's an immediate response. And even if it's one of those days where it catch you and you need a minute I know what you mean. Cause some days it take me my lunch break when I get off. I gotta, I gotta go through the whole process. But I don't allow days of, being mad and upset and out of my zone because of something or someone that just maybe mishandled me or didn't treat me right. We don't have that kind of time. And I'm coming straight from the hip today, ladies. I love y'all. You know I do. But this is something that I'm passionate about and that I need you to understand. And I need you to do the work. I need you to take the effort and make the effort. I need you to be brave. So what I'm saying is, you got to forgive. A part of your homework is forgiving. That's the first thing. The first step to wholeness. You gotta forgive. You gotta forgive. That doesn't mean, and we were doing like a little comments and things like that during our time together in Bible study. And someone said, when you forgive, that don't mean, you gotta let them back in or be besties. If it's your best friend and you forgive, from 20 years ago, and when you forgive, that don't mean you got to call them and go to lunch. That just means and I love that point. So I'm just sharing it with you. When you forgive. Move on. Because why? God has someone that is going to be great for you on this next level. On this next level. On this next move. Come on. So, ladies, listen to your girl. I'm here on purpose. Be brave. Do the homework. If you got to do it one day at a time. Don't try to overnight it. Don't try to overnight that thing. Because that doesn't work. That's not effective. One thing at a time. If it's multiple things, multiple people, do it one at a time. And when you sense that freedom from that, from them, from whatever, you move to the next one. And let's clear the clutter so that we can walk and be free in who God has created for us to be. And I'm going to tell you this, woman of God, you're powerful. You're awesome. You're amazing. You're fearfully and wonderfully made. And you are winning. As you're making these moves, as you're doing the homework, as you're making the effort, you're winning. Each step of the way. And guess what? I'm here with you for the ride. Let's ride together. Let's be brave together. Okay? I got your hand. I got my nails done. Listen. I got your hand. I'm going to grab your hand. And let's go. Let's go. So this is what I have for you today. And I hope I was passionate today. So I may have kind of a little bit. But I think some of you needed it. You needed that. Sometimes Lady T got to go on, give it to you. But it's all because I know that I'm a woman on a mission. And it's all because God has chosen me for this time and this moment. And I want him to know how much I'm grateful and thankful and appreciative that he would see fit for me to share with you the things that were meant for my bad, the things that were meant to try to break me, the things that were meant to try to clutter my mind so much that I go crazy. But he chose me to come out. He turned it around and said, now go. Go for that one. That's why I don't really get big on the numbers, ladies. I'm just being honest. Guess what? Because if it's one that takes this and says, you know what? That changed my life. Heaven rejoices when one comes. Come on. I mean, they have a party. They be up in heaven. Yeah, we got one. You know what I'm saying? So I connect with my headquarters. Heaven is my headquarters. And so if it's just one, subscribe. If I got 5 followers that are actually putting in the effort and being impacted by what God is flowing through me, your girl is on top of the world. So I love you, ladies. Again, I said I wasn't going to be before you long. It's right at 30 minutes. Hey, I don't apologize. I know your time is valuable, but I hope you've enjoyed the time with me because I have enjoyed the time sharing with you. And I can't wait to share more. I can't wait to see you walking. Listen, like the bold woman of worth that you are. So let's do it. I love you with the love of the Lord. From my heart to yours. I love you. I believe in you. and we got this. All right. So, as I always end it, we're changing the narrative. Whole is the new goal. Come on. And if you want more information, if this is your first time, if you need more information about me or about the podcast or anything, go to my website, confidentcafe.com. That's confidentcafe.com. I'm also on Facebook at Confident Cafe. So you can go there and join us. I have a weekly wow factor that I encourage you to factor into your week, into your life. So you can join in on that as well. All right, ladies, go and be blessed, and I will see you next time. All right.